What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. I'm here now in Waco, Texas. I just came here for a couple of days with two horses for a non-pro where we're evaluating their progress and see where they're at, make decisions on whether we're going to show them in the upcoming derbies. And I'm just so really humbled at switch this around a little bit. There, much better. From the past few shows I've been to, I've been very humbled and pleased to have all of you walk up to me and come and introducing yourself and telling me how much you found value in my videos. And I didn't know that so many people from the horse shows that I go to actually watch those videos. So good. That thing has been bothering me. And I've even had some people show up at the ranch and wanting to meet the YouTube guy, which has been always a pleasant surprise and always a great chat. And so I realized at the same time that I don't think I've introduced myself often enough on the channel, so that I don't think many of you actually know my name. So my name is Jonathan Gauthier, so now you know. Well, so anyways, with that said, so I would like to return the favor. You guys make me feel very good, and this makes me feel good, and it's very motivating. And there's these things that I always think about, these advices I feel, or golden rules, things that I kind of go by that I feel that should be standard among pretty much every rider or every horse trainer. And so those are the things that I feel like I share with you often in my videos. But my videos often cover a variety of things about a particular subject, so I may throw these advices in there here and there, but they may be left out. So I figured I'd make a quick video on the 5 golden rules that I have and that I think is a standard thing that most trainers and riders should do on a day-to-day basis. So that's my thank you for all of the nice comments, and people will come and introduce themselves, and hope you like it. I think the first one, and one of the most important ones in my opinion, I would say is the faster you go, the slower your hands. There are times where you have to intervene strictly with your hands if your horse needs it, but if you have to do that, just probably do it slow with your hands until your horse has time to assimilate, and then you can increase the pressure as it goes, and always offer your horse the opportunity to react. But just generally sticking to the general rule that the faster I go, the slower my hands, seems to really have served me well over the years, especially with reining horses when running fast circles and the horse may not be respecting the slow down or reacting properly to the slow down cue. Well, a lot of the times they do that because they're afraid of making a mistake or bracing against the hands, and that's because the correction came a little bit too quick from the hand. So same thing with the run downs and stops with horses that gets bracy in the run downs. So if you can remember that the faster you go, the slower your hands should be, I think that'll keep you out of trouble for the most part. The second thing would be probably angled towards the marginal gains aspect of things. The 1% a day, in 100 days should give you 100% notion, which I understand the analogy behind the notion, but I don't think that it's quite accurate. But I think most people understand it, and I think that has the desired effect, I think. But anyways, marginal gains. If you look at how some of the greatest stories of success in sport have been achieved. Medals have been won. I told the story about the British cyclist team once on my channel, or if you've watched the movie Moneyball with Brad Pitt, the baseball movie, where instead of utilizing all of the the best players, the best pitcher, and the best hitter, and such things, instead he made a team on a budget, utilizing statistics and just all of the marginal gains everywhere that they were able to put together. They were able to put a winning team anyway. So this is something I encourage you to, to watch and understand, because I think to be successful in training horses or competing horses with horses, this is how the game should be approached, and it's all of the little things that combine together eventually, are the gains that you're after, the improvements that you're after. And I think that sometimes we're just we set ourselves a goal, and that goal is coming up, so it's a little bit like we're putting a puzzle together, and then there's still quite some open spots in the puzzle, but our clock is ticking, and so then we start smashing pieces all over the place and trying to fill it up, and the pieces don't fit, so we're hammering the pieces everywhere, and the pieces break, and it kind of looks pretty awful, but we've got it all filled out, and we present our final product, when, okay, I think it would have been better, instead of ruining our nice picture we're trying to build here, to just set a further goal down the line and work on all of the marginal gains, making that picture more perfect and pretty, so that when you present the final picture, you've got something that all fits together and that's pretty solid, rather than trying to patch things up. So I feel that that's a lot of analogies in one short segment, but hopefully you get the idea and you find this inspirational. Talking about a perfect time for loading, it just started raining. I think I'm gonna try and let this pass. Hopefully it'll pass before I've got to load up and head out of here, but I don't want to delay too much, because I've got maybe a 3-hour drive home, and then I've got to stop by and pick up 3 horses. New colt that we just purchased that's coming into training. The third one will be sort of the follow-up of the second one, the marginal gains that we just discussed, and the third one will be knowing your horse's limit. I think that's very important in the limit in every way, as far as mental and physical. How much gas do you have, how hot is it outside, and how much riding, how much things can you do before you run out of gas. Because once you're out of gas, then you're out of horse, and then there's nothing that you can do. So I think that's very, very important, in knowing where is that limit, how much horse do you have, and what can you do. Because whether you're trying to accomplish something that day or work on something important, and you try to cram too much in a day where the horse is not quite in good shape enough, or it's too hot outside, so you have a limited amount of time. Well, you got to utilize that time smart, and I feel that too often as people just waste a lot of that time, and then at the end they run out of time and they feel it, and then they increase the pressure, try to cram in the rest of what they're trying to do that day in that while they're running on red. And I think that's where injuries occur, and I think that's where horses get discouraged and people get discouraged. So knowing your limit ahead of time and planning a little bit better what you were going to do and how to fit that within that limit, I think is probably one of the best advice that I can give you. Well, it's really coming down out there, so I'm not feeling like bringing in the saddles and all of the tack right now. So anyways, while it's raining, then let's talk about number 4. Number 4 is probably like one of the things that I find the most interesting in discussing or talking about, probably one of the most important ones. I know I say that at pretty much each of them, but yes, they are all like golden rules of mine, and so I consider them all pretty important. But the fourth one would be sort of a follow-up to the third one as far as knowing your horse's limit. But now I'm not talking about physical limits. I'm talking about mental limit. You know, my program is titled the comfort zone, and the reason it's called the comfort zone is because it's not the type of comfort zone where, oh, my comfort zone is just laying on a couch eating Cheetos, watching movies. No, my comfort zone is what can I do at which level that I feel comfortable doing it. And so I totally agree with the notions that you read about comfort zone that say if you stay within your comfort zone all the time, you're never going to grow. So my belief is that making uncomfortable situation your comfort zone, this is how you grow. And how to grow your comfort zone or your horse's comfort zone is where I think is a critical part of improving your horse and improving yourself as a rider. And that's, again, knowing where that limit is, whether it's running towards something, after something, around something, or it's whatever you're doing, whatever type of discipline you're doing or maneuvers that you're doing, what's your comfort zone? And the best way to push that comfort zone and grow that comfort zone is you gotta find that limit, know where that limit is, and then go over that limit. And it's only by going over that limit that you truly find out where is the limit. If you never really go over it, then you never really know where it is, right? So that's how you know what your limit is. So being able to and disciplined enough and to go over that limit just enough to know where you found the limit, go a little bit over it, work there in that area, not too much, and then come back into your comfort zone. And then this is how you keep pushing and increasing that limit and making that comfort zone from a small little comfort zone to a big comfort zone where doing something at high speed with high adrenaline is actually something that doesn't mean it's something that becomes easy. It's something that you find yourself more comfortable doing. Therefore, it's becoming part of your comfort zone, you and your horse's comfort zone. And then this is how I recommend you grow your comfort zone. Find your limit by crossing over the limit just enough to feel, okay, this is where my limit is, and then come back and then work around that area until marginally you can increase and grow your comfort zone. Okay, so it looks like it's letting out a little bit, so we're going to be loading here shortly, but I'm going to leave you with my final thought here, or my final advice, I guess, and golden rule. And that's, and sorry if that's going to sound like I'm not trying to be your mom or anything like that, but it's going to be to just, you know, if you've got a truck or a car and something's not functioning right somewhere in the engine or somewhere, usually nowadays check engine light will come on and you can plug something into it and you can quickly find out what the problem is. Unfortunately, with horses, we don't have that luxury really. So they really depend on our attention to detail, our feel for these things, and you know, in order to make sure that they're always 100% or as close to 100% when we put them through training sessions and whatever else we do with our horses. So it starts in the stall, in my opinion. When you go and grab your horse out of the stall, it should be instinctive to open the stall door and look around and make sure that the water is good, that the horse ate its food, that the manure looks normal, that there's nothing protruding out of the walls that may have damaged or hurt your horse, and just do a quick once over on the legs of your horse. I see too many people nowadays, especially young people nowadays, going to get the horse out of the stall while looking on Facebook or looking on social media, and I think they fail to really pay attention to those details, and I think that's a no-go in my opinion. When you lead the horse out of the stall, check him walk. How is he walking? Or how is it walking? Is it walking normal? And yeah, 99% of the time it's probably going to be. But the 1% that is not, then you're going to be glad you caught it probably in time. Same thing as, when you bring it to the cross ties, get ready to tack it up. When you're going to be applying protections on, instead of just slapping the boots on while you're brushing, make sure you cover the entire horse and feel everywhere that there's no heat, no bumps, nothing new, nothing out of the ordinary. The shoes are tight, they're all there. There's nothing packed underneath that could be causing some pain or some trouble. And pay attention to your horse's demeanor and see in their face, in their eyes, they'll tell you usually if how they're feeling if you pay close enough attention, and feel their body. If they're hot, make sure that they don't have any fever, because those are all going to be the signs that something may be off, and I think that it's just very irresponsible on our part to take our horses into a riding arena, to a training session, without even making sure that we do our daily checklist of everything, and being our own check engine light. So anyways, I hope that you found those golden rules valuable. They are to me. I live by them and it serves me right. So I hope that it will have a similar purpose for you and your horses. And again, I appreciate you very much for following me and all of the nice comments. And please come and introduce yourself. If you see me at the horse show, or if you're in the area at the ranch, then stop by and introduce yourself. I'm very happy to meet all of you guys. And anyways, yeah, until the next video, if you like this one, give it a like, as it helps me grow. And with that said, I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.